Hi Cancers, welcome to my channel, Foolsjourn. I am doing your October 2025 reading and I'm so excited. Um, I have a great feeling about it, so let's begin. Cancers, we are doing the October 2025 and let's begin. All right, first up on the deck, you've got the Four of Swords, then the Two of Swords, then the Empress. All right, that's nice 3 cards up on the deck. Let's pull some clarifiers so we can get a little bit more in depth here. So let's begin. Or let's continue. It's more like it. Let's continue. All right. And cut it one more time for our clarifiers. All right. Clarifying the Four of Swords, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. And clarifying the Two of Swords, we've got the Fool. Wow. And the Empress, we've got the Page of Swords. And the overall energy is the Six of Swords. So let's begin. All right. So the overall energy is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is about transition. You're moving from rough seas to calmer waters. So you've obviously been through something. And, you know, it could also be letting go of past beliefs or ideas too, and cleansing yourself and releasing that and moving forward, or negativity or anything. It's a transition, and you're going from a place of being unsettled and miserable to, you know, a place of, you know, more solidity, you know, to being, you know, more settled in a peaceful frame of mind. And all you've got with you is your 6 swords at the top of that boat. And that 6 swords represents, you know, your hopes, your fears, the things you've learned, your, you know, your successes, your failures, you know, everything you've experienced in your life up to now. And that's all you need. It's like the Fool energy where they just have their knapsack. This is all you need to take with you in life, is your experiences, what you've learned, you know, your successes, your failures, etc. So the good thing, this is, you are making a transition, you're moving ahead, and things are going to be better for you, I promise. This is great, great energy. You're leaving that past behind. Adios, catch you later. All right, so moving on, we've got the Four of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. The Four of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. The Four of Swords is kind of taking time out. It's exhaustion, time for relaxation, time to contemplate, think about what's happened, rest, you know, taking a mental break. So you, sometimes we need that so that we can start fresh. So that is playing in nicely with the Six of Swords, which is moving on, transitioning from something that's been draining and miserable and hard, to something, you know, to calmer seas. And this is, you know, about this as well. This is about just clearing your head, taking a break, you know, time out for just to relax the mind and the thoughts and the worry, and just convalesce, and so that you can come back refreshed and energized and spiritually, um, you know, back up to par. So that makes a lot of sense. And underneath it, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about mastering something in your life, a goal you're trying to reach, maybe something or a hobby or something that you love to do. You want to get better at it. It's all about hard work ethic, but loving what you do, loving it so much, and willing to learn and keep learning and get better and better and better. And you can see that because he's holding his pentacles. He's hung them on a tree for everyone to see. And this energy is all about still wanting to learn and get the bet to be the best, you know. And that can even be in a relationship. You love you know, being in a relationship so much, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to make this relationship work, whether it's a partnership, business, a love, romance, family. You are going to put in the time and effort and get it the best it can be. So great energy here, and you're doing that after coming you know, you're going to be so refreshed after this Four of Swords kind of time of reflection. And, you know, and the whole reading is moving on. to calmer seas, and so things are just, they're looking brighter and brighter, going up and up. And then you've got the Two of Swords and the Fool. And the Two of Swords is all about making a decision. You've had something going on in your mind that you have two two directions you can take, decisions you've got to make. They're important, and you've got the crosses over your chest, which means you've kind of been protecting your heart. So with a love relationship, it could be protecting your heart, protecting your boundaries. You've got the blindfolds on, which means that sometimes that you felt like you needed to just kind of block everyone out and go in and connect to your intuition. But it also could mean that you're blocking things out because you just don't want to make a decision, and you might know, you're scared of the consequences of your decision. But the key is make the decision, because then you can release all that worry and fear, and then the energy will flow right through you and keep going. And you've got the Fool, and the Fool is all about doing that. The minute you make that decision, you're stepping off that cliff, and you're giving it up to the universe, and you're saying, I am gonna, I want something so much, I am going to start from scratch at ground zero, and not fear, lose my fear, and be courageous like a child. That energy of a child, that everything is magical and learning is magical, everything's new and exciting, and they're fearless, and they're full of courage, and they're putting their faith in a higher power and themselves. And this is energy works really well, and that could be involving that Eight of Pentacles. And it can, once you make this decision, you can start on your merry way, and all you need is that little knapsack, which is all about his experiences, his life experiences, his learning, his failures, his successes, and everything he's gleaned up till this day where he makes that leap. And people might think he's ridiculous, but it's not. It's just it's the gift of naivety and childlike wonderment to get you going and starting on that path. And that's a bravo to you, because it's hard to do, but you must really want something bad, and you must love doing something, or love someone, or something that you are passionate to start, give everything up and start from ground zero and start again. So fabulous. Wow, wow, wow. And then you end up with the Empress and the Page of Swords. And that's fitting, because what you're doing is, your goal is that Empress energy, which is, she's got abundance in the world, in everything. She's abundance and birth and creativity and ideas. And it's all about birth and creativity and wonderment and appreciation of everything around you, being people, earth, everything. And she's one and one with nature. um, you know, it's abundance and fertility and nature and love and everything. And guess what? You've got that with the Page of Swords, which is all about, the pages are the ones who are of the apprentices in the tarot, and they're learning, and they're so excited, and they want to be, they want the knights to, be proud of them, and they're so excited to learn and to do their best and make people proud of them and be proud of themselves. And they've got that fabulous energy, almost like a child, and they're open to learning, and they're open to making mistakes. They're fine with, they're willing to make a mistake. And they're idealistic and bright and charming and wonderful. And you've got the Page of Swords, which is, can also, involve communication and intellect and intelligence and ideas. So wow, wow, wow. This is all, you are coming from something and going somewhere else, and you are so strong because you've taken the time out to reflect, that you are moving on, and you're moving towards your goal, the Eight of Pentacles, and you're willing to start from scratch and learn everything there is. And the result will be the Empress. So fabulous, fabulous energy. You're going to have a great, great October. So Godspeed to you, and go full, start from that scratch, jump off that cliff, and get going with your little bag of tricks, and you will be so wonderful. I mean, kudos to you, and have a fabulous October. This is the beginning of a whole new life. Buy and slay your month. Bye.